Hello dear one, it's Paulina. Today I have prepared a little bit different type of video for you. As you know, I'm also a psychologist and a neuro junkie. I love neuropsychology and I always talk on my classes and workshop about neuroplasticity and the ability of our nervous system and our nervous connections to change. So today I wanted to talk a little bit about somatic psychology. I know it's a big area of psychology and I won't discuss everything, but I wanted to relate to the basic energy centers, so chakras in our body, in correlation to psychosomatic disorders that we might get. So, starting with our neck and throat. Our throat is connected with intellect, with the ability to express our thoughts, our emotions, ourselves. So when we hold ourselves from expressing our emotions, it may be a reason of problems with our thyroid. So if you have problems with your thyroid, it's very important to work with expressing your emotions, to getting to know your emotions a little bit better, even if those are negative emotions, even if they are overwhelming. It's very important to learn to work with them and to express them, to set your thyroid free. The other part of our the throat chakra area is our neck. So the back of our neck is responsible for the feeling of responsibility. So sometimes when we take too much on ourselves, on our shoulders, and we're feeling over responsible for something or getting stressed, this is where the tensions start to appear. We try to hide ourselves in our shoulders, and it's closing, this stress is closing the flow of the energy. So it may result also as headaches, migraines, because there is no flow in our body. So going a little bit lower to our chest area and our heart and our lungs, this is sensoric area of our body. So this is the area sensoric responsible for our feelings, for feeling love, for expressing sympathy, for expressing disliking of someone. And yet, when we feel that our emotions, the feeling of love or dislike is blocked within our body, it might result as or heartbroken sometimes. It might result as diseases of our heart, so cardiovascular diseases, and also diseases of lungs and like asthma. And so in order to process the emotions of love and dislike and sympathy and really love ourselves deeply and not to have diseases of heart, of this area, it's very important to work with these particular emotions. So we will be moving a little bit lower now. So our stomach is responsible for the need for power and for being recognized and for being dominative. And so if those needs of being in control, let's say in control, expressing our will, when we feel entrapped, imprisoned, it might result as an emotion of frustration, which might result as anger, and this goes into our liver, it goes into our stomach and all this area. It might also result as overindulgence, so overeating, and all these negative habits to stuff ourselves, not to feel these emotions, not to process them. So yes, it's very important to breathe deeply, to relax this area of the body and be really present with what's happening within ourselves on the psychological level. Yes, so go down a little bit deeper into hips and our pelvis area. it's responsible for pleasure, so it's the sexual pleasure, the pleasure also that food might give us also. And if that area is blocked, it's usually connected with the emotion of shame. So I remember the last case I was working with, the female, and she had a bladder cancer, and we got to know that the underlying emotion, which was the reason for her illness, was shame. So really working with shame, with feeling comfortable with your own body, with your own pleasure, like the way you receive and give pleasure with your own sexuality, is very important to embrace your body, to embrace yourself. And yes, so we will move a little bit lower. Now we're close to root chakra, and this area is responsible for the emotion of fear. So unprocessed anxiety, stress, fear might result as tensions around the lower back, around our kidneys, also as constipation, IBS, all these type of psychological diseases that are connected with the feeling of vulnerability and being afraid of being vulnerable are connected with our lower parts of the body. So this is the basics psychosomatology, and besides that we have also the face, which is a reflection of all of our entire energetical system. And I highly recommend facial reflexology for that, especially since the points on our body are so close to the brain, and it's very working very effective, and it's helping to unlock the energy, and it's helping to heal a little bit faster. Of course, everything I say, I recommend yoga, I recommend meditation, I recommend reflexology, I recommend massage, I recommend like body work and really becoming more conscious and aware and responsible for our health. But I recommend it as a complementary therapy, not as a full therapy, or a therapy instead of Western medicine. There is a tremendous amount of knowledge in Western medicine, and we need to be grateful for our doctors also. So thank you very much for your attention. If you feel tensions or discomfort in any part of your body, please come back to my previous video, in which I gave you a practice of recognizing the emotions that drive us, that drive you, and try working with them. Thank you very much, Satnam, and see you soon.
Floating a sweet, sweet thing.